Okay. Let's check out a couple of things. Okay. Everything looks pretty good. All right. Hi. Let me just get comfortable. There we go. So, second week in a row streaming after the internet not working because of a fire. And yeah, second week back from Barcelona. It's like how I'm marking time at the moment. Had a really good time in Barcelona. So, today, I've already had a nap on the couch. I woke up at like flipping 3:30 in the morning. Got up at 4, couldn't sleep. So, kind of been like shuffling my day around a little bit. This morning I also, wow, what did I do? I was fixing like clogged basins and pipes. And yeah, it was pretty disgusting. Anyway, let's do some drawing. What I'm going to do is work on a Dreamheadz art piece. So there's a couple of these pieces that I've been airdropping to Dreamheadz holders. This was the last one. This was a sticker. This was an idea. Cloud guy, it was like raining plus rainbow bell bottoms, something like that. This was the previous one. It's the logo. This is one of my favorite pieces I've ever made. I airdropped it to every single Dreamheadz holder. You can pick one up for really cheap if you want. A banner. Yeah, this was another one. I think this was the first one. Yeah, another one. So, I want to exit. Get out of there. So yeah, I'm going to be working on a happy sun, dreamy kind of one. And this one's going to go out to all the happy sun people. Hey, Sarp. Hey, Campfire. How you guys doing? Hey. So I have this photo that I took, and I drew it in this book that I have, but I drew it with a 3H pencil. Like you probably can't see that, but it's like super faint. I don't know why I own a 3H pencil, but man, it is super, super light. So I took a photo. Hopefully it's like a little bit better. So the idea is that there's going to be this like castle, palace type thing, and then happy suns, a whole bunch of them, on this side, but then there's going to be a reflection on the other side, which I think it's going to be pretty cool. Black sky there, yellow sky there, and then the happy suns on this side are going to be black happy suns, or cosmic suns. So that should be pretty cool. Man, Sarp, better now that I'm watching you create. Chillin', sipping on some good coffee, Campfire. Guys, it is good. I have been drinking a lot of iced lattes. Very, very good when it's super hot or like just getting into spring, summer. Not so good in the winter. Although I might try it a little bit more. Okay, canvas. I'm going to turn on some drawing guides here. And some symmetry. Let's go for horizontal. I'm making it pink because I just really like pink guides. There we go. And I'll pull this guy kind of into the middle. Like that. Maybe just reduce the size a little bit. Something like that. And then create a new layer. Do some sketching here with a 6B pencil. Like that's my kind of pencil, you know, in real life or in Procreate. Okay, so the happy sun guys are going to be like really important. Maybe I can do some adjusting here. Let's go for curves. Gamma. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll hit this to a multiply. Reduce the opacity. That's looking a lot better. Okay, then we get some perfect circles going here. Just so that we know, maybe put on a drawing guide. Assisted drawing over here. And then it's going to reflect. There we go. Which would be, pretty helpful, I reckon. Except that is not a perfect circle at all. How about that? That's also not. It's kind of weird doing this in assisted drawing mode. Yeah, that's also not a perfect circle. Okay, how about we turn it off for now, and then we do a perfect circle. There we go. Something like that. And then we duplicate it. There we go. Duplicate it again. There we go. Duplicate it. There we go. Yeah. And then one more. I wonder if I can duplicate it here. This is my quick menu. I kind of discovered it last week. It's really cool. Something like that. Might need to take these two down a little bit. And maybe out a little bit too. Something like that. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. Then we can turn Drawing Assist on for this one. And then start doing some of these towers. Yeah, color's gonna come later up. Just chill, please. Oh, there's still a starting soon screen. My bad. Guys, there we go. Okay, we've actually started now. That was just a warm-up. Thanks for that. Yeah, I didn't know. I'm still like a little bit sleepy. Afternoon sleep, man. Last week, my microphone was turned off for the whole time. And I was like, there's another microphone up here that was on, but it's really far away. So I just sounded like super far away. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Wow, that could be really distracting. But let's see what happens. I'll just, see how this goes. There we go. So the idea behind Cosmic Sun is that, well, yeah, like, it's like a whole universe in itself. So like there's multiple realms inside of each happy sun. So each happy sun can turn into a cosmic sun. Each cosmic sun has a happy sun side. It could be seen as like the dark side, but it could also just be seen as like black space. The space between things, dark matter, something like that. I don't know, sounds pretty interesting. It's something to explore for sure. There are slightly different kind of buildings here. We'll see exactly what they look like when I actually start doodling. Alrighty. And I think the reflection might be liquefied a little bit, made to feel like a lake or something like that. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking it, liking it. Okay. So yeah, I think it's going to be like really interesting with all of these flattened and then duplicated. Let's go for a quick, oh damn. There we go. Really interesting when there's like this mirror kind of effect. Very like symmetrical. Maybe I can make this a little bit more symmetrical too. Pull out a tower here. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Monument Valley. Guys, this is my brother-in-law, Brandon Heim. And Brandon Sarp is a very good friend. Campfire are a group of friends. They're a really cool marketplace on Avalanche. And anybody else here? Please say hi. So, I reckon that we can now take this into some line work, see how things go from there. Okay. Cue the music, everyone. Let's undo that. Merge down. And I could have music, I guess. That's what some people do on streams and such. Okay. So this is my typical brush. It's called the Doodle Jiggly Lines. It's a little bit, what's the word, streamlined. It's got some stabilization, 20%. So that's, it's not exactly accurate to my finger or my pen. And I wanted to turn this onto Drawing Assist for now. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be super tricky just for these two suns, I reckon, because they're so close to one another. Perfect circles, there we go. I am crazy. And then these ones will be a bit easier because I can't actually see the other sun. And I get to do a full circle and I need to do a half circle. And the reason why I don't go for, you know, like a perfect circle is because I want it to feel handmade. Like when I was a kid, did not have the ability to make a perfect circle. I mean, maybe I used like glue sticks or, you know, what are they called? Toilet paper rolls. Almost again, almost. Okay, last one. But I feel like doing things as authentically as I can without using any like super inbuilt tools for, you know, the final piece, it just feels better in the end. If I wanted to do super perfect stuff, I definitely wouldn't be in Procreate. I'd be in Adobe Illustrator. Maybe I'd be programming it, you know, in a code tool. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. Okay, I'll do the eyes and stuff a little bit later. And we'll put on Drawing Assist for this one. And then we can begin this. Okay. Everything is going to need to be drawing assisted. Okay. Man, yesterday I got incredibly upset, frustrated, bummed, angry. So we're at the doctor and we like finished talking about one thing. So I was like, okay, great. Like now I want to talk about my daughter. She's over 2 years old. She gets car sick. And this doctor was just like, you know what? We can't talk about that. Our appointment's over and we only discuss one thing per appointment. And I was like, what? Like, we've waited like a week for this appointment, and now you're telling us we have to get another appointment? You're not going to help us while we're here in your office. Nope, sorry. You know, if you told me before, maybe we could have made a longer appointment, or maybe, you know, I would have tried to hurry things up on the first topic. And I was just like, this is unacceptable. This is ridiculous. And then she got a phone call, and she answered the phone. And I was like, left there being all frustrated by myself. Man, I was fuming. So I sent her an official text on the doctor app explaining, first of all, that I was sorry that I got so frustrated, but second of all, that this is unacceptable. And I put forth my argument. I haven't received a response yet. My wife seemed to think that it won't help anything. But man, I was pissed off. And like, sure, maybe like it's really important that, you know, you stick to your timings and you take care of the next patient in line, but my goodness, I think that perhaps they could make appointments like half an hour long or an hour long. And if the patient goes home early or leaves the appointment early, great. They get to study or learn about something new or consider their patient that just came in or one of their patients that has a problem and think about it and research and, you know, maybe spend some time remembering or thinking about their existing patients. I don't know. I got super upset. You can tell, right? I'm still a little bit upset, like, ugh. Anyway, so I went from there, and then I had a walk with a friend in Amsterdam, and oh my days, it was good. The coffee was good, the walking was good. I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to do here, but it's not working. So let's remove some of these things. And let's try something slightly different. Almost worked. How about we check that out? Check that out. And let's move you across. There we go. Nope. There we go. Okay, much better. Okay. There we go, we've got a turret, a tower. Yes. Okay. Oh, and then yesterday while I was in like telling people what I think, I sent a request to the municipality. I told them to fix a bridge or like a tunnel that goes from one side of the railway to the other. Because they've tried to fix it a number of times. Now this I don't actually know if it's going to work on the other side. I don't think it did. Interesting. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, that worked. Okay, cheers, goodbye. And we'll bring the opacity up again. Okay, fantastic. So I sent them a message saying, hey, this bridge, this tunnel thing that you've tried to fix for the second time now, it still doesn't work even though you're trying the same thing. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to like fix potholes, which is quite hard to do, and if you fix it properly, I imagine it takes some time. But yeah, it's just not working. So what's happening is that they're laying some kind of gravel or tar or something, but then it just gets into gravel and it goes everywhere. And if you're riding on a bike, it's really slippery. If you're walking, it's really slippery. And so, yeah, we weren't going to do much about it. I wasn't going to complain or tell the municipality to fix their stuff. But then we saw a woman wipe out when we were walking there the other day. And yeah, hurt herself quite badly. So I was like, I'm going to be a good citizen. So I was a good citizen. Hopefully that changes something. Hopefully they do something about it. But I was very impressed with the service or the system that, you know, you could lodge a complaint or a suggestion. Like you could zoom in on the map and be like, this tree needs to be cut down. This tree needs to be cut down. They all had their little like thing that you could click. And this bridge has a problem with it. This road, this traffic light. It was crazy. I was like, this is very detailed. Yeah, really amazed. Okay, let's go to this guy over here. I feel like he could maybe be like that. Oh, I have an itchy eye. Excuse me. Drawing like a child, compliment or insult? Drawing like a child is, yeah, I think it depends. I think there are even when you're a kid, there's some kind of drawing like a child that you're like, ooh, like when you know, drawing crazy color everywhere and on your face and it's just a mess. It's like, well, that could be, you know, pretty expressive. But I think that when a child draws, when they're trying something and they're just not getting it right, but they're super happy, super stoked anyway, I think I like that the best about drawing like a child. There we go. Like that, like drawing like a child. Like if you were an adult, like adult brain, you'd be like, I need to get this perfect. This needs to be like a perfect sphere or whatever kind of weird shape this is. Let's put this over here. You really start to try and make everything perfect. Whereas kids just don't care. Like my kid just like, you know, scribbles or draws over my stuff all the time. It's refreshing and I'm just like, okay, cool. That's cool. So yeah, it just feels like kids don't care. And I love that about kids. Okay. I think when you start to care, like that's when the adult brain starts to kick in. And when you're doing art or things like creativity, blah, blah, blah. When you're doing stuff that needs creativity, if you've got adult brain and you know you can't get it right, a lot of the time you just give up. I guess I need to actually continue that one because it's in front of the sun. So is that. Okay. There we go. Nope. There we go. Something like that. Let's just erase this a little bit. And erase this a little bit. Okay. There we go. There we go. It's crazy, Sarp. So Sarp says kids certainly don't care, especially about how they hold a pen, and that's magical. Yeah, it's like this, sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's like this. My kid's like, why doesn't this work, you know? But yeah, my wife is a teacher, or she was a teacher, so she's constantly correcting Zoe's grip, her pencil grip, which I think hopefully in the long run is going to help her a lot. So most of the time she gets it, you know, naturally right. When I say like, you know, right, which is, yeah, it's really cool. I don't actually know if it's beneficial if you hold a pen this way or that way, but yeah, we do teach her to hold the pen a specific way, but she doesn't really care. Okay, let's do some windows. Great. But I think there's this attitude amongst adults. It's like, yeah, you can be a kid up until a certain age. Then it's not cool to be a kid anymore. So one of my friends was telling me a story about how he was drawing, and his mother commented on it, saying like, you've been drawing the same stuff like since you were a kid. And it like really upset him. It's like his mother was saying, you know, like, grow up, start doing adult stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, what's the point of doing adult stuff? Like, I know you need to live, I know you need to eat, but life is really, really short. So if we can have fun, if we can, you know, express ourselves, like, that is really important. I think so many people like lose their zest of life, if that's what you may call it, you know, like they just don't have that spark anymore because they're not being a kid at all. Okay, we've got this little, maybe it's like a new kind of a tower, but maybe I'll just draw something like this on top of it. That seems pretty cool. And let's continue this down, but there's a big something there. So I'm not quite sure what to make of this now, because I really like this arch. Maybe. Cool. Do a cool little arched building or something like that. That works, that works. We're just bending the rules here. There we go. There we go. Yes. Okay. And then I'll make this a little bit bigger maybe, just so it overlaps a little bit more. Okay. Oh, almost. Something like that. And then here, we've got this. Okay, I like that, I like it. So one of the reasons why we've been doing stuff in our house, like unclogging drains, is that my mother is coming to visit us. She's coming over from England, where she has been for a little while, because my sister had a kid, gave birth to a kid. So she's been being granny, like really, really close granny. How do I explain that? Like, when my kid was born, she was born in COVID, so grandparents weren't really allowed close. No one was allowed close to her. So my mom couldn't be granny really close, if that makes sense. She couldn't be a new granny, a new grandmother. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, let's hide this to see how things are looking. Okay, I think they're looking pretty good. I'm going to add some faces here now. This is going to be pretty cool. Let's turn on Drawing Assist. Kind of looks like it's sad. Maybe, let's put the eyes up here. Maybe we can switch that so it's always smiling. That might be a cool thing to do. A sleepy, happy sun up there. That looks pretty cool. Yeah. I wonder if this guy can have a bit of a cap or something. Quite like caps in the happy sun world. Something like that. Okay. Yep. Just do the peak again. Okay. Yeah. Looks cool. Happy sun with a peak over there. Hey, Jux Talks, how are you? Good to have you here. Okay, next one. Somewhere over here. Maybe you can also be a happy guy, but also eyes closed. Yeah. Okay, so like a range of different happy suns. And we can do some happy sun rays now. Okay, so that's going to be behind. Feels like it's easier if it's this way, for whatever reason. But man, this is just amazing. Like when you think about technology and what happens if I was doing this on an easel, like I couldn't just like whip it upside down really quickly and easily, could I? I have not done that much easel painting, so if I'm wrong and it is really easy, please let me know. You. Okay. And you're behind the towers now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he looks sad. He looks okay though. Or maybe we design slightly different ones down here. That could be a cool idea. I'm going to do that. So, drawing assist, let's take this off. Let's cut you. And let's cut you. Cut. Let's cut you. Okay, these ones need to kind of match. So I'm going to just rotate you. There we go. And I'll rotate you. There we go. Okay, now we can put on drawing assist again. And, well, do we need drawing assist again? Yeah, for this one for sure. because it's like a direct reflection. These ones less so. Okay. Here we go. Happy sun. Man, the weather has been really good here in the Netherlands. Like exceptionally good. It's been amazing. Been thinking about happy sun a lot and how the sun just changes stuff. Like when the weather is good, man, you just feel more alive. Okay. Okay, this guy down here. Super happy chappy. There we go. Hey, Jason Patrick, how are you? Jack's Talk. So what I'm working on is, it's an A3 poster, but it's also an NFT, and it's to go with stuff like this. I'm going to airdrop it to a bunch of holders of mine who hold existing NFTs. So this kind of stuff like I've given away before, and I'm going to do the same thing to people who hold Happy Suns, which is an NFT collection of mine, and also Dreamheadz with happy sunglasses and happy t-shirts and stuff like that. Okay. So we've got quite a lot of the groundwork done. I'm going to do some erasing now. Okay, so this is not... yeah. So I'm going to take off drawing assist here. And I'm going to do some erasing, like especially around areas like this. And just make everything really easy to fill going forward. So like areas like that I'll be working on. Okay, then, yeah, you can take this out, this out. You. Okay, there's some weird stuff happening there. I assume it's also happening on the other one. So we'll fix that. Okay. Things are coming together nicely here. Okay. And because this is like a dream world, stuff can be happening in one that isn't happening in the other, which might be kind of fun to work with. Okay, nope, I want to erase. Okay. So I think I got it, like the idea of a cosmic sun is that like none of us are perfectly perfect. None of us are perfectly happy. Maybe all of us have darkness inside of us, but we need darkness inside of us to kind of bring out the light, to compare the light to. Maybe? Maybe. Okay. This little hat guy, let's remove you. And then this line up here. Yeah, I'm thinking about lights and dark and stuff like that because I'm currently watching like the last episode of, or the last whatever of Star Wars, where Rey is taking on the other guy. I can't remember his name. The guy who's got the mask, not Darth Vader, but Kylo, Kai, something like that. Kylo? Is that his name? I don't know. Help me out. Okay, so things are looking pretty good here. There was one thing that was looking a bit messed up. Somewhere down here. Okay. Okay, I get it. So let's take off the drawing assist. Okay, let's erase a little bit. So this is going to be like spot the difference, if you ever played that game as a kid, or as an adult, I guess. It's like, yeah, there's a reflection, but also some things are different. I like that, the fact that there's slight differences, and maybe there can be some like more obvious differences too. Okay, yes. Now, there's a whole bunch of these roofs, which I like to do tiles for, and it's quite nice to do the tiles beforehand, before the color gets added, just so we have like a realistic idea of what everything is going to look like when we start adding colors. There we go. Yeah. So the tiles on the opposing realms, they'll be different. Kind of like a weird big gap here. Let's just fill it with a small tile. There we go. Yep. Man, just thinking about one of my friends, Freud, who got scammed recently, lost a bunch of crypto. I'm just thinking about these guys who spend time, scamming people. Like, what happens if they just turn their energies and their focus to making money legitimately? Like, I don't know how much money they make scamming, and I don't know where they live, but yeah, some of their methodologies are, really clever. I have a pretty strong BS detector. I probably also say no to a lot of people who have genuine intentions and who are not scammers. But man, flipping scammers are like the worst. The thing that frustrates me the most is that, they always start off with like, hello. You're like, oh, this could be someone who's just, being really nice. You're like, hi, I love your artwork. It's like, okay, I want to buy some. It's like, okay, you can go buy some. Where, how much should I offer? And I'm like, oh my, this is 95% going to be a scammer. Then as soon as they ask you to do anything, like download something or scan a QR code or follow this link, I'm like, oh, guys, please, you could have just led with that. Then I wouldn't have had to waste all this time with a scammer. So increasingly, I'm just like, nope, 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 nope. These are a bit weird. If you're legitimate, I should know you before you send me a message, or you should email me from a reputable email address. When I got emailed by Adobe for them to be like, hey, we want to license this particular artwork that you've put up on Behance, there was a long legal contract thing. Their tone, their wording was just spot on. Okay, this just seems so legit. But I know, that being said, when I first got into making NFTs and stuff, wow, I almost lost $1,000 just because everything seemed so legit. There was a contract with official logos, everything. But something inside of that contract just didn't line up. There was some slight like weird ways of saying things, which is like pretty, you know, when it comes to law stuff, I'm not the best person. Yeah, it just seemed like, what, this seems weird. And then I zoomed in on their logo, which is a PDF, and it was, you know, a JPEG or a PNG that had pixelated. And I was like, this just doesn't seem right. I got the same kind of email from some other company, like the exact kind of thing. And luckily, I did not go through with that. My wife actually helped me out with that one. I was just seeing dollar signs. I was like, this is amazing. It's an opportunity. How cool. Yeah. If it's too good to be true, probably is. Not quite sure how people like Beeple like deal with stuff, because, you know, people could be like, yeah, I'll pay you $1 million. I'll pay you $60 million to do this or that. Man, man, that must be really hard to know who's like legit and who's not. Okay, so we've got the roofs and stuff over here working, grafting. I wonder if we can put some over here. Nope. Sometimes it just like undoes, and I think it's because I'm pushing down somewhere, but I'm not quite sure why it does that. I like it. Maybe a little bit more here. Okay. There's this one over here that doesn't have any windows or anything. So maybe just put in some windows. Yeah. That one is still assisted, which is great. Okay. Fantastic. This one over here also like is pretty blank. So let's put in some windows. Makes it feel more like a keep or something like that. Maybe this one can have some round windows. Okay. And maybe this one can have a round window too. Okay, that's looking good. Jax Talks. I know you from Skillshare, took your beginner HTML course. Yeah, that is one of my favorite classes, courses, and I love coding, but I also love doodling. I love creating all kinds of things. So, yeah, I think I created the first version of that in 2016, 2015, maybe somewhere around there. I've created a subsequent one, which I think is also a little bit out of date now. So yeah, it's on my list to create another one. But it's really interesting to see what's happening in the world today. A lot of people are leaving Instagram. They're getting frustrated with the algorithm, frustrated with the mental health problems that it brings on us. And a lot of people are going back to making their own websites, making their own blogs and newsletters, like having their own systems for creating content and drawing attention. And it's far more like slow-paced, natural, interesting, long form even, rather than like a reel which is max like 1 minute or something. Some of them are like 5-10 seconds, and then it's gone. Like you don't remember it, like that's it. Whereas a website is just like, it's where you can house a lot of content around specific topics. So yeah, I think that learning how to make your own website is such a good, skill to have. It's really important for me as an artist, like to have my own website and not just have stuff on Twitter and Instagram and Behance. It's really, really important. So yeah, that's really cool. Love that you're here. What do? Are you slowly getting into coding? Are you an artist? Are you a designer? Let me know. Let us know. Okay, let's turn this guy around. Let's do some on this side. Yep. There we go. Okay. So in some of my castles and towers, I do these like brickwork things, but other times I don't, because, you know, some castles have brickwork and some don't. Just depends on, you know, the architect. And in a castle like this, there have been, you know, several architects. So I went to go check out the Sagrada Familia, or is it called the Da Familia? Let's see. Sagrada Familia. Sagrada Familia. It's epic. And I was just thinking like, whoa, imagine spending your whole life like working on a door for a cathedral, or being the architect and dying and your project is still not finished. Like, I really only take on things that I can finish like within a month. Preferably like 4 hours, like with my brain being, you know, ADHD. It's like, I need dopamine. I need to see this thing finished, because then I'm stoked, I'm pumped. I can, you know, share it with the world. In some instances, I can get paid. It's like, man, if I'm going to take, what, 3 months to do something? Whoa, that is a big flipping project. I'm sure there's, you know, tons of stuff that I can do to manage that, but that's just like my default brain saying like, well, we need to keep things short term if possible. So no, you know, like, so you know, working on something like a cathedral, man, that must have just been an ADHD person's worst nightmare. But man, imagine doing that and dying and not seeing it, you know, come to life. So every single picture that I saw of Sagrada Familia had cranes around it. And I think, you know, there's been people that have grown up in Barcelona and they've just known the Sagrada Familia with cranes around it. Like, it is part of the monument. And I think in, what, like 3 or 4 years, they're planning to be finished. Imagine not seeing the cranes anymore. It'd be like, but this is Sagrada Familia. It has cranes, you know? Wow. Alrighty, things are looking good here. Okay, Sarp's out of here. Gotta run, but I'm too curious to see how this will turn out, so yeah, you'll see it online. Man, that's awesome. Jux talks that you deleted Instagram exactly because you felt that. I'm curious to know where you found out about this stream if you're not on Instagram. Are you on Twitter? Brandon's like, I can never. I look back on things I did 1 year ago and don't like it anymore. Yeah, maybe that's actually what happened with the Sagrada Familia. There's a whole bunch of different like styles in it. But yeah, imagine like 20 years in, you're like, actually, I don't like that spire anymore. Could we change it a little to the left? Maybe instead of Gothic, we could go with this like new kind of architectural style. I'm super into color at the moment. Could we change the brickwork into red? I like red bricks at the moment. That would be great. Yeah, that would be hilarious. I think that's probably the reason why Brandon and I don't have tattoos, is because we get bored of them. Although I think I might get a happy sun tattoo at some stage. And also the idea that we live on this small, tiny speck. Think of getting like a little planet Earth just there. Just to remind myself that we're really small. Like, just chill. Maybe I should have, taken that advice when my doctor was like, get out of my room, time's up. And I'm like, I still got stuff to chat about. It's good to talk about stuff, especially on a live stream, Kind of makes you think. Dip, 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 dip. You. There we go. Ah, that's cool, Jax Talks. Yes, notifications on YouTube work. Awesome. Ha! I'm an amateur artist from India. I want to create a website. That's awesome. Okay, amateur artist, you can just drop amateur. Just call yourself an artist because no one knows what they're doing. They're just drawing. I'm drawing like I was when I was a kid. I just have an iPad. And sometimes I get paid for what I do. So seriously, like, hang out with me on Twitter. There's a couple of really cool Discord servers that you can be part of that are all art focused, people sharing their art, people asking for feedback. Yeah, get into NFTs, you can mint some stuff, sell some stuff, try stuff out. I think it could be fun. That's what I do. So connect with me on Twitter or on email or some other way, not sure. But yeah, it's definitely possible to be an amateur artist and actually not be an amateur artist, to actually be just an artist. Because we're all trying stuff, we're all experimenting. And I think when you stop trying stuff, when you stop experimenting, a little bit of that life force just, goes out the window. I felt that actually at some point this year. I've just been drawing like this for non-stop for about a year and a half. And I was like, phew, I'm tired of drawing, So I started doing generative art and processing, code-based art. Just open up a different side of my brain. And then I've started sketching. Shall I show you? Should I show you? It's my sketchbook. I'm trying out different brushes at the moment from, what is it called? These people, the Rusty Nib. I'm on number 6. Some of them I don't like at all, like this one. I tried doing some like 3D kind of stuff, but the brush was not so good. Just, different ideas. I went to the zoo, saw this bird with these really interesting, I don't know if they were eyebrows or these things underneath its eyes. I was like, oh, I could introduce that. I saw a really cool mirror when I was walking in Amsterdam yesterday. Like, really cool. It was like a Doodleverse mirror. I think I might create a collection called like Strawberry Dreams or something, where everything is just about strawberries. Like fish and crocodiles and birds and snakes and everything. GM, good morning. And one more. Birds. I like birds. It's a different kind of bird that I'm getting into. And this was my one from this morning, just a big fat bird, like with punk kind of hairstyle and then a couple of different plants and stuff. Yeah, so the more I've been doing that, the more free I felt to just be a kid again instead of having to get things exactly right. Okay, where are we? Whew. Okay, the time is 4 o'clock, so I got about an hour. May not finish this, but I may. Depends how much I talk. Depends how much I change things. Okay, I think I can do a little bit over here. What is going on there? Wow. Did not know that it was actually a brush. All right, let's go back here. Jiggly lines. There we go. Okay. Now, we can do some cool stuff. Let's take away this drawing guide. At some point we need to put it back in and put like a stripe through everything. Maybe we just do that now. Okay, drawing guide, come back, please. We want you. That one I'm going to make pretty perfect because it needs to be pretty perfect, I think. Okay, let's turn that off again. And now I'm going to start merging stuff down. Merge down, merge down, merge down. Okay. We can even merge that down, I think. Merge down. Alrighty, set this as a reference layer. And now, let's see where we go from here. Okay, colors. Let's pop this out. Nope. Continue filling. Yes, please. I'd like to maybe do a little bit up there, but also not a problem if we don't get to that. Okay, a little bit up there. That's looking good. That's looking good. I like it. Okay. Forgot about those ones. Not sure if they should be white though. But we can make them white for now. Okay. And then let's go for blue. Yeah, blue. Blue, I reckon. And then there's this really nice color. Well, I like it. For roofs and stuff. Is it called like a mansard roof? I think that might be a name for it. Let's pull this in over here. Okay. This, what color are we going to make this? Mansard? Mansard as well, I might. Let's have a look. Blue? Maybe? Maybe not. This one could be mansard, I think. Might just make it slightly lighter at some stages. So let's go for it like that. Like that. Yeah. Like that, like that, like that. Okay. That is good. Let's pop you in there, you in there. And white, 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 white. And this. White too? What color was it over here? It wasn't a color. Okay. And blue over here. Okay. Hey, mercy me. Also, Jux Talks, connect with Mercy Me. Very good person to connect with. Please. Mercy Me, I don't know if you saw that. Just have a look in the chat, but Jux Talks is from India? India. Calls herself an amateur artist. I said just drop amateur, just be an artist. But yeah, taking my course on Skillshare, where I teach people how to make a website. And yeah, I think it would be really cool for you guys to connect. So if Jux Talks follows me, I will point her to you, Mercy Me, or just search Mercy Me, Jux Talks, or vice versa. All right. This one. It needs to be mansard. And let's do a little bit of mansard roofing, tiling. I am all professions in the Doodleverse. Architect, tiler, painter, grit maker, all and everything. Okay, things are looking good. So we've got a bit of mansard there. Let's add some black. Sarp will be well pleased because there's now, whoa, black everywhere. Just take it easy. There's color. And if you watch my streams, like, oh, sometimes it takes a long time to get to the color. And if you watch my time lapses, it's like I spend so long doing all of these lines, and sometimes I do grass or, you know, little bark markings, and every single one of those little markings, Procreate's like, okay, we need to like give a bunch of time for those markings. So it's like marking. It takes like, I don't know, 5 seconds to show all the little markings that I do. And then the color's like, boop, and everything's colored. And so I think people, you know, don't quite understand how long it takes to do the whole thing. They get like an incorrect picture. I don't know, but maybe the coloring does not actually take that long. Maybe it just feels like it takes long because it, you know, it makes or breaks the picture. The picture. Okay, I think that the tower is done. Well, done-ish for now. Okay. Now, are you gonna, nope. Are you gonna be one of those suns? I think you need to be like a pinky reddish sun. You can be a pink one too. Okay, let's make you a pink one. A pink one. I guess we can make you a yellow one too. Okay. And these guys can maybe be like, maybe pink as well, but maybe different. Yes, but different. We'll treat them slightly differently, I think. Ooh, move up there. Okay. Okay. Boop. That's looking good. It's kind of weird, like I'm speaking and seeing, and then I see you guys interacting like a minute later. It's kind of weird. Okay. Oh, yes, now I remember what we were actually maybe going to do. So this was going to be black background. So let's try this. Okay. Okay. And up here. Okay, this might not work. It might work. Let's cut and paste that and invert. What? 10% low battery. It's not good, guys. Not good. Let me rectify that quickly. Hold on. Like, I'll be back. Seriously. Let's do this. 5-minute break. Hold on. Okay, I am back. Good, we have power now. We have power. For some reason when I'm streaming, like the power just, it goes very, very quickly. Okay, so this is interesting because of this. This idea that, there's like these dual worlds that are happening. And these are cosmic suns and these are happy suns, which are also cosmic suns, but slightly different. Okay, next, we need to grab these guys, these rays. Okay. Yeah, I want some more. Yeah. Fine. I'll cut and paste that then. Okay, clearly I'm not so good at this. What? Nope. Come on, I can do it. There we go. Yes. Yes. That, now can I do some more? I see I can. Thought I could. Okay. Okay. And then some here. Man, this is like really finicky kind of stuff. Is finicky even a word? Where you live? There's tons of stuff I say that people are like, what? What are you saying, Rich? Cut and paste. Okay. Push down, invert. Let's put the background on. Okay. Okay, let's just erase this like a little bit. Okay. It's starting to look interesting. Sound effects are great. Yeah. Gotta keep things interesting, you know? Whew. Let's put some moons and stars into this space. Man, I would love to know like how to like beatbox and stuff like that. I think that would be epic. Do some really cool sound effects. Okay, let's set this as the reference layer, then I can just fill stuff. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't want cards. This is what I want. This is what I want, what I really, really want. Is that a Spice Girls song? Guys, I can't hide that. It's going to be on YouTube streaming page forever. I don't know. Is it? Is it a Spice? I think it's a Spice Girls song. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. But that's as much as I know. Honest. That is as much as I know. It's always funny what I do with this hand. I'm like, never quite sure what to do with it. Another moon. I mean, if we can have what? How many suns? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 suns. We can have a few different moons. That is allowed. I'd say this is like one of the most experimental pieces I've done. It's really awesome that you guys are here to witness it. Yeah. Bye, Campfire. Thanks for hanging out with your coffee. Thanks for hanging out with us while you drank your coffee. I'll just say words. Thanks, coffee, hangouts, and then you guys can piece them together. How about that as a little game? Oh, man. Honestly, like, I've been chatting to some people about style and like what makes their style and how to better their illustrations and stuff like that. And yeah, it's really interesting like how people morph their styles, how I've morphed my style anyway. Like I look back to some of the work I did earlier on and it was about this flat. There were no gradients, nothing, like this would have been it. And this for me, like there's something like really appealing about it. Like it still looks very childlike, but when I add gradients, it adds this like another dimension to it, like another something. I'm not quite sure like what it does. It's obviously a lot more colorful, but man, it's like, it's something, you know, there's something really nice about the way I used to do things without too much gradients. So sometimes I don't add gradients in places just because, you know, it makes it feel a lot more childlike. Or I'm just like, yeah, that feels more authentic. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Okay, how about a little meteorite over here? No, let's try. How about we just fill it in? There we go. And then we just erase it very slightly. There we go, there's a meteorite. Another big bright star. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Pretty good. Ooh, having some stars at the bottom here might be pretty fun. Maybe we try this. Like 2 different dimensions. Also, these might be different colors. I don't know, we'll see. But man, guys, there's only 9 more minutes until past. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is awesome and epic. Let's add some over here. Clipping mask. Some stars into these cosmic suns. Might need to make the facial features a little bit stronger to kind of show that it's a star. I mean, it's an eye, not a star. Check my hand at the moment. It's just like, doot, 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 just chilling like that. It's pretty weird. I don't know if you've ever like watched a show or been in like a church service or something, and you're just watching like the bassist's hands or the guitar player's hands. You're like, whoa, look what he's doing with his fingers. Whoa, how do you even do that? Like, that's crazy. You're like, oh yeah, we're meant to be like paying attention or singing along or something. It's pretty funny. But often bass players like look pretty boring, but maybe it's because they spend like way too much attention on what their hands are doing. I don't know. Okay, we are getting places here. Ali's here. Ali, this is going to be an airdrop to Dreamheadz holders who have anything to do with Happy Suns and also Happy Sun holders. So, for you, my friend. It's a very technical answer. Because he knows the lingo. Yeah, so Brandon said like it gives a texture. Yeah, it does give a texture. It feels, you know, a little bit more handmade, maybe like as if it's on paper or something. Like I have this this paper in the studio called Hanamule. I think it's German. But you print something flat on it and it just comes out so nice. It's beautiful. Full of texture. Okay, let's add like these eyes a little bit bigger, and the mouth a little bit bigger. Yeah. I might also add like a little bit of a glow behind the facial features. I haven't dealt too much with cosmic suns. Normally just dealing with happy suns. So another thing that happened in my week is that one of my light bulb things in my studio roof is flickering. But I have like a very high roof. It must be like 3 or 4 meters high, which is like, what, 10 feet high? So I don't know how I'm going to change it. And apparently it is the tenant's job to change the light fittings or the light bulbs and stuff. So it feels like I might just be living without lights on until I figure out how to get a ladder or, you know, how am I meant to be that high? Not even like a Dutch person is that high, that tall. Okay. Looking good. Okay. Whew. Shall we do some shading on the happy suns? That would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay. Where is the clipping mask? There we go. Let's get onto our grain brush, and this is where things get exciting. Yeah. Oof. Makes me excited doing this. I'm very interested, keen to see how this turns out. Okay, so normally like I would actually do a whole bunch of different layers for each different color, but I've gotten a lot better at the whole shading thing and gradienting thing. So I just do it on one layer. Sometimes I even do it all on the same layer, like with an alpha lock. Yeah, that looks good. And then I do like to do these little chickies on a separate layer. Yeah. Super happy. Okay, clipping mask. This is for the pink guys. Yeah, let's not clipping mask you there. Merge down. Okay, clipping mask here. Okay. So I think these guys are going to be more purpley. So, yeah. Ooh, that looks good. There we go, little purple guy. Maybe just change you a little bit at the top here. Yeah. You look so good. So happy. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, and then these chickies are going to be that light pink. Phew, there we go. Yeah, I like that. That's popping. Maybe that's what it's like, texture and popping. It's starting to come alive. Okay. Then this guy over here. Nope. What this color? So you're going to be like really pink. Okay, even bring in a bit of red here. Up here. Yeah. Okay. And there's this color here. I've started a Doodleverse 2 color palette. It's only got one color in at the moment, but I always use this color like in a weird way, so I just decided to make a new color palette. It's like really light kind of peach color. Do I like that? I'm not sure. Shall we try this color or this red? Yeah, red is good. Red is good. Okay. Things are coming alive here. Okay, alpha lock on this one, alpha lock on this one. Ooh, but check this out. I can now just go bam, alpha lock. Which I think is a little bit quicker. Not sure yet. Still getting used to that shortcut. It's a custom shortcut, so it won't be there when you set it up, but you just tap this thing, or you set it up here. Preferences, gesture controls. You can set up your iPad or your Procreate exactly how you want it. And so the quick menu is brought up by pressing this little squarey thing. And then once you push this little squarey thing, you can choose your menu or add new menus and choose which menu you want to use. And then you can be like, actually, you hold this down, I want the action to be this. It's really cool. So I've been trying it out. Still getting used to it. Just like I'm still getting used to like double tapping and then going and using the eraser and double tapping and going and using the brush. It was very irritating when I first got this iPad. I was like, what is going on? Why is it doing this? I don't understand. Okay. I wonder if this will look good as pink instead. Full? It might just. Let's give it a go. No, I'll keep it like that. I like those colors though. Okay. Okay. So these suns are done. These cosmic suns are done. And we could do a lot of this now, I reckon. And then focus on the buildings next. Guys, I might just have to extend this to like a 5 o'clock, a 2-hour stream. Wow. Might just have to do it. The thing is, I already cooked dinner. I did that in addition to unclogging drains and stuff. Okay, so it is yellow, but I also think I want to add some blue into here. But how, I'm not quite sure. So let's just give it a go. What? Just open my camera app. Okay. Can we add some of this here? Ooh, that look good. that look good. That look very good. Yeah. Then we got a darker blue here. Yeah. And then I'm going to set this as a multiply, and probably I should use this as another color. But it's the same blue, but when it's blue on blue with a multiply blend mode, it's just really, I don't know, like, what's the word? Saturated. I'm like, it's here, saturated. Blue. Vibrant. Oh, I like it. Yes. Okay. For now, that is good. Might add some stars and stuff, but it also might just stay exactly like that. I'm well pleased. Okay. These guys. Screen. And erase a little bit. Okay. clipping mask, let's go for multiply here. Multiply here, thank you. And then just make these go from dark to light, which I really like. Just going to set this as a reference layer again. Okay. So I think then that I can do stuff like that. Yes. I just work on that without having to do a whole bunch of fancy stuff. But I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Ugh. I don't think I've sneezed that much on live stream before. Maybe you guys are the first. Maybe. Okay, that's looking good. And what I'll do, oh, maybe I can do it there too. What I'll do is I'll also do a blend mode of screen and highlight the tops as well. This is quite fun. I figured this out how to do this the other day. I was pretty sure it was possible, but like I could never get it right. But now look at me, getting it right all the time. What? Just my desk wobbles quite a bit sometimes. Just be patient when you're coloring in, Rich. Just be patient. Okay. Then, clipping mask and screen blend mode. I'm just going to top off this. Yeah. They're almost like snow-capped mountains. That could be a cool idea for another piece. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Did I do it here? I did not. Okay. Things are looking good. Let's work on the blue guys now. So here, what I might do is fill it with pink. And use this one as pink and that one as blue. That works. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So then, clipping mask. Let's add some of the bottom dark pinks. And then, maybe we try this color again. No, I don't think it works here. No. Maybe this one. Yeah, it could work. But maybe if it was, you know, a little bit more of this pink in there. Let's see. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, table's wobbling. Table is wobbling. Yeah, I guess when it goes to color, it does go fast. I was talking about that earlier. So maybe I do do the color really fast. But especially when I'm working in Procreate with all the different layers and stuff like that, I guess, yeah, I go fast. That feels a lot more dreamlike. I like it. And these blue guys, blue, shall we shift into some green here? I reckon that could be cool. Let's see what it looks like. Plus some yellow. Something like that. Let's give it a go. And then green. Might be quite a lot of colors to try fit in these small ones. But let's give it a go. I sound quite Australian there, hey? Let's give it a go. Every time there's like a fish in one of my kids' books, like a daddy fish, the daddy fish is Australian. It's like, oh yeah, or eat kelp. Kelp is nice. Something like that. Now what I'm curious about though is all of these things. Could they be these colors? Okay. Let's do some stars in here. So I have these this tennis ball that I'm meant to roll my foot with, but it's a bit of a monster now. It's rah, 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 rah. Hello, I have a tennis ball, but Rich broke me. But I've got a bouncy ball now, but it's a lot smaller, and I just roll it on the bottom of my feet. It's meant to be really good for you. So sometimes you might see me like fidgeting or just sitting still, but I'm not sitting still. Just like rolling stuff on my feet. Okay. Let's do some stars. Are these stars going to be symmetrical though? That could be cool. It might also help us. Ooh, but no, let's not do that. Let's just do them asymmetrically, not matching. If we did one here, like this, then we could just erase it there. I think that would look pretty cool. There we go. So yesterday, I was gonna reach out to one of my clients that I did some work for last year and also follow up on them. It was for an underwear company called On That Ass. And I saw on their website that they produced my underwear design. It's called The Space, I think. And there's even a video of this guy floating in space with my underwear poking out his pants. I was very happy. I'm still waiting for, you know, the go-ahead to share it and stuff. It took like 7, 8 months from me submitting it to, you know, them publishing it. Which again, for someone who's ADHD, it's like, oh my goodness. Like, I have to wait how long for you to publish it? That's crazy. I thought it'd be like in production next week. Like, let's go. But nope, it wasn't. But it's cool, so I might be doing another one. Another set of underwear design. It's not, I didn't design the underwear, I designed the pattern, the print. And they also put on socks. So it's really cool. Pretty pumped to be on people's butts. Men's butts and feet. Doing stuff in the real world it's really cool. Like doing murals and underwear. Really want to do some more murals. They're super cool to do. Okay. The trick for me with these windows is not to like, what's the word? Have too many stars. Because out here, if there was a window, there would just be like one star within the window. Ooh, but this is a very nice place for a nice moon. There we go. Am I messing it up? I feel like I'm messing it up. There we go. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. Another moon? Or like a big star or something. Yeah. Whew. So normally I create, well, not normally, but when I created the Doodleverse, the actual like collection, I worked with pieces way smaller than this. So now when I go back to creating pieces like that, it takes me so much quicker. It's amazing. It's almost like playing pool or snooker on one of those massive tables and you get good at it and then you go play on the small one and you're like, oh, this is so easy. It's really fun to try that out. Work big and then go work small. Last Friday, I actually tried to make this little like rubber stamp. Like I have an eraser and I try to carve out of it to make a stamp. It didn't look so good, but it was fun to work really small. Like you couldn't add that much detail. Okay, let's just carve a little bit away from you. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. Things are coming along. Very, very nicely. Yes. Okay, so that is starting to look. It's looking very good. I like it. Now I want to put a little bit of like stardust, very far away stars into the background here. And what we could do too is add, nah. Never mind. Disregard all of that. Okay. That just gives it some like grit and grain again. And then where these happy suns are, or the cosmic suns. Adding a little bit in there too. Yeah. Just gives it some texture, you know? Makes it feel like it's handmade. Like it's part of a solar system too. But that's not really the point. Just gives it some life. Bye, Jux Talks. Good to have you, or Mercy, whoever's leaving. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Looking good. Now for this white building, let's see if we can add a little bit of something. Drawing assist here. Let's try this out. Very nice. Nope. Okay. Awesome. Loving using this tool. It's good. Normally it would take me so long to do stuff like this. My screen still changes brightness here and there. Guys, I'm liking this a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. And I think we're almost done. Maybe we add a little bit of stars here. Maybe. Because black stars are something. Let's see how it looks. You know what would be pretty cool is if I had to add a little bird in somewhere. Hey, Earth! Oh, Mercy Me's still here. Jax is gone. Earth is here. Really good that you're here, man. He is one of the guys that says good morning to me every single morning. I love it. And there's another guy, Win-Win, assume he's a guy, but he leaves like a piece of cookie fortune wisdom. And not my server, but in everyone's server that he's a part of. It's really cool. It's like the win-win wisdom. Win-win wisdom. Maybe you should do it on Wednesdays. Win-win Wednesday, win-win wisdom. Something like that. But yeah, it's really good to have you here, Ert. Or Ert or Grill. Not quite sure if I'm saying that right. Da, 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 da. It's probably one of my favorite things about being part of Web3 is just how many international people there are in the community. Just like never, ever like interacted with anyone from Turkey. Not because I didn't want to, just because I didn't have an opportunity. It's just amazing. Okay, now, thoughts about this would be quick, fill this layer and just reduce the opacity. Let's go back to black and then we put in one birdling type creature here, just one. Let's see how that looks. Her eye closed. I think it could look really nice. Nope, not that eraser, this one. Okay. There we go. Yeah, thanks, Ert. This is, oh, it's been nice. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, win-win's great. I'm glad he inspired you to do that. It's amazing. It's amazing what you do, Mercy. You could be white and pink. Ooh, white and blue. But with a little pink later on. Continue. Cool. Let's put a little beak hole thing. Okay, alpha lock, alpha lock. This just means that I can't draw outside of what's already there. And an alpha lock. And let's go for a little bit of pink. A little bit more pink over here. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, I think that just adds something to it. I like it. Okay. Now, for the final thing, that we always got to do grit and grain on top of everything, but I want to try something. Okay, it's 5 o'clock my side, which means I should be getting home, but guys, we're almost finished. Almost, 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 almost. Okay, let's duplicate this. Is it possible with the amount of layers that I have? Yes. And we'll just fill it with black here. Okay. Group, flatten. And now, go for a rectangle here. Okay. Let's cut and paste. And I want to make this maybe a little bit dream-like-y. liquefy. Like, I'm not so sure. Can we just... Okay, so I might have to sit on this for a little while. So, okay, so I'm just going to do some grits and grain now, and that will kind of like finish everything off. This again is just to, excuse me, make everything feel a little bit more handmade. As if I went through like a photocopier or something. Or like was printed with some kind of antique printing process. Just makes all the whites less white, less stark. Gives some character to some places. Okay. Yeah, I can see Mercy Me is going, I also don't know. We shall see. Maybe it's like too dreamlike. You know what? You know what would be good though? Is an eye. An eye right about here would be good. Yeah. Reference. Let's pop some color in there. Yep. Then a little bit of blue here. Alpha lock. Pop some color in. Yeah, I think that looks good. Do the same thing over here. Nope, not with that brush. Okay. Let's pull you in there. Continue filling. Okay. Let's put a bit of pink in there. Alpha lock. Let's do some quick gradient work. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think that's looking good. I think that the swirly whirly stuff makes it look a little bit too dreamlike, too weird. But it's definitely an interesting effect. So maybe let's delete that. Let's duplicate this one. Let's fill it with black again, and then I'll just, keep it as an idea. So this group, let's flatten. Let's do some of this. Exactly like that. Cut and paste. And then we'll liquefy here a little bit. Okay, so that is an idea. Group that. I think I like this one better. So we've got a little birdie, we've got the two eyes, we've got the happy suns, symmetry going on. We've got cosmic suns, the idea of dark and light. We've got probably the most amount of happy suns in a piece. We've got happy suns with these white little rays, which are also really unique. Done a lot of experimenting here. So guys, this is it. I am 40 minutes over time, but man, this was fun. It was a lot of fun. Met some new friends, made some new friends, met some old friends. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions about this or anything else that I'm doing, please just get in touch. I'd love to chat, love to help you in any way that I can. So yep, I do this 1 p.m. UTC every Tuesday. I'm also hanging out in a Discord called The Ghost Club, and a bunch of us just stream and chat almost at any point in the day, so I'm going to be in there fairly often, but it's not as, interactive, or it's not as, intense. I'm not just speaking the whole time, and it's not just me. It's more like just, hey, I'm drawing, other people are designing and drawing, we're hanging out. Just some of us are sharing our screen. So come along to that. If you're like, where do I find that? Just message me, DM me, I'll hook you up. And yeah, if you're a Happy Sun holder, or if you're a Dreamheadz holder, and you have some kind of Happy Sun stuff in your Dreamheadz, your Dreamhead, then you're gonna get airdropped this guy soon. All right, big loves, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am gonna end the stream fairly soon, and there we go. Officially, there we go. So yeah, this is me behind the thank you screen, and take my glove off, spin my hat around. Now it's time to, walk back home from my studio. I'm really pumped with this. So thank you, and I will end the stream now.